and welcome to episode 11 of the Tipsy Tombola. We had last night off. I was doing a little video for work, but we're back now and we're ready to celebrate the bank holiday weekend. If you tune into tomorrow's episode, we're going to get that up around about lunchtime to give you some top tips of what to pair with your Easter dinner. But for today, we're on to number 11. And first of all, I want to tell you about what we've been drinking the last few nights. So the first one is the Lanzaga. So this we drew out a few episodes ago, in episode 9 I think it was, and I thought this was stunning. It's a beautiful Rioja from 2011, so a nice bit of age. Rioja, incidentally, is wonderful with lamb. So if you are thinking ahead to tomorrow and you've got a nice Rioja, why not pop that open? What did you think of this one, Helen?
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
Lovely, wasn't it? Big and powerful, lovely bit of spice. And then last night we had the Kangaroo Rose from the McLaren Vale in Australia. Now this is called the Alluvial Fans Shiraz. Shiraz are massive grape out there in the McLaren Vale and just big in Australia generally. Interesting fact that Shiraz is the same grape as Syrah. They just call it different things in different parts of the world. The Alluvial Fans are a really premium area within the McLaren Vale, so that's where you get these great Shiraz from. Okay, on to your questions. I had a really good question in last night actually from Tony in Exeter. Hi Tony. Tony said, Jack, what's the difference between a Crianza, a Reserva and a Grand Reserva in Rioja? Well Tony, people ask that a lot actually, and they often notice that the colour on the back of the label is different depending on if it's a Crianza, a Reserva or a Grand Reserva. Well, it's basically all to do with how the wine is aged. So it's not necessarily talking about quality, it's talking about the age. A Crianza only undergoes 1 year in barrel and 1 year in bottle before it can be released, although sometimes they'll keep them a bit longer. A Reserva, in comparison, gets 1 year in barrel, 2 years in bottle, and a Grand Reserva gets 2 years in barrel, 3 years in bottle. Look out for any corrections tomorrow if I've researched that wrong. But basically the Grand Reservas are going to be more spicy and oaky, the Reservas are going to be quite medium, and the Crianza is going to be quite young and fruity. So it just depends on what style you like your Riojas essentially. Okay, just before we do the draw, let's have a quick look at the water. Number 13, tonight being guarded by Gotham's own hero or anti-hero, Batman. And if anyone can keep an eye on that water, it's going to be the Dark Knight. So thank you, Batman, for popping in and keeping an eye on the water. We're looking for an interesting bottle tonight, and I personally fancy a white wine. What do you think to that, Helen?
Yeah,
nice wine.
I'm keen.
Lovely, wouldn't it? Clean, fresh, something quite nicely chilled. That's because we're having leftover Thai takeaway tonight, and that's going to be perfect.
You could have just said Thai takeaway.
Well, that's leftovers, isn't it? And leftover Thai. Love a bit of Thai, guys. One thing to know about matching Thai food with wine is that heat needs sweet. Heat and sweet, right? Anything with a bit of spice wants something with a bit of sweetness. So probably not quite as sweet as the dessert wine, number 58 there. We'll save that for a bit, I think. But maybe something like a Riesling or a Gewürztraminer or a Pinot Gris. Let's see what we get, shall we? Here we go with the draw. Big shake. Still waiting on your hats, guys. Keep sending them in. Helen, if you could dive in for the 11th time. Surely to God no more red wine. There can't be any left. Here we go. This evening, Easter Saturday, we'll be drinking number 42. Oh, straight to it. You seen it? It happens to be in the perfect place again. You're not going to believe this, everyone at home. 42 is yet another bottle of red wine. Can you believe it? But we've got a bit of fortune here because this one is a Zinfandel. Now, I'll tell you more about Zinfandel on tomorrow's video when we review this one. But actually, it has a hint of sweetness. So this might go quite nicely with that leftover Thai. We'll find out, won't we? We're going to be back tomorrow afternoon, round about lunchtime. We're going to tell you all about what to have with your Easter dinner. Have a wonderful weekend, enjoy the sun. Cheers from us.